Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, welcome to another exciting episode of Collecting Weekly Live Unboxing. My name is Zach, joined as always by Lane the Legend Kramer. Lane, how are we doing today?
I am doing Peachy King. Bro, I cannot tell you like how I was just hoping today would go by so fast. Like I was like,
Oh
can we
yeah.
get to the next hour? The next hour, please get. I was like, lunchtime, get here. 5 o'clock, get here. So other than I could drive home, I was just like, I want the day to go by because I was super excited for this. I've been waiting for this guy for like 2 years. I pre-ordered him, I think, like the first week he was up. So it's been a while waiting for this guy. Which, if you had asked me 2 years ago, when I actually, of the Bad Batch, would this be the guy maybe other than Crosshair, the one I'd be the most excited for? Like I would have
Mm-hmm.
looked at you like you were crazy. But
Yeah.
where Tech has never been my favorite character of the Bad Batch, this figure from how it's looked since it originally got announced has always had me like this guy could be the coolest looking with his armor and everything figure of the entire main Bad Batch line. So
Yeah.
this is one I've been excited to show you guys tonight. So here, obviously, we've got Tech of the Bad Batch, the last member of the main five to finally get released. I don't think it probably at any point we are going to get Omega. Let me do one thing here. Okay, just so I'm not distracting or anything, people looking, we'll be focused here on Tech. If need be, like coming back, I'll turn on the other camera later.
Yeah.
So here we're gonna have Tech. He's in the standard cigar band box that obviously Hot Toys has used for all the other Bad Batch figures. So from this line, actually, I think we got a pretty good number because we got obviously Tech here. We got the main five: Wrecker, Crosshair, Echo, and Hunter. But we've also had several of the exclusives. We had the Imperial Commando, Commander Scorch, and still up for pre-order right now is the Clone Commando. All the same basic mold, but so we've gone eight deep, eight figures into the Bad Batch. If you had asked me probably if I thought they would actually go that deep, I probably would have looked at you like you were crazy. So obviously we've got the helmeted figure of Tech, and then we've got the smaller one of just the head sculpt wearing his goggles, checking out his wrist pad. Here we've got Tech just with his head sculpt, holding his helmet, classic pose. This helps give a little bit better look to all his accessories that hang out and his leg and armor and everything. Looking really cool. And then, of course, we've got the back with all the information and everything. So, all the boring stuff. Ah, nice. Now, here's the interior. We've got really nice image of Tech. This actually, like in person, is really cool. Where you've got Tech, his name. This is cool. I like the Clone Force 99 with the skull, and then you've got some of the other Bad Batch like Wrecker punching a clanker, and you got um, Hunter there with him, which is actually a similar pose that I have Hunter in right now. But some really nice detail. A lot of times the usual explosion effects we'll see with a lot of the Star Wars, like troopers and other stuff. Overall, really nice, just an interior here. So tonight, guys, I did not actually have a chance because honestly, I just forgot to like. I've been trying to take off some of the plastic off the legs and arms, just so you're not sitting me fiddle with that, wasting time with that. But I did forget actually to do that before we got here tonight. So he has not had any of that removed, but it's just going to be the one level here. So I'm going to take just a couple minutes here. This is going to be all the little extras, his screwdrivers and his tools and stuff that go on the sides of by his legs. And I believe they are supposed to be, there's actually a layout in the instructions for how to lay them out. Now, I will say Tech probably comes with some of the most little accessories and everything of all the Bad Batch figures. maybe other than Echo, because Echo had some of the switch outs and everything for like his robo arm that weren't actually in the show, but were probably from concept art when Hot Toys created his figure.
Yeah.
You can see there. Get it back a little bit.
Okay.
There we go. Really nice gray paint and everything that are done on there. They did a very nice job. So these are just going to be some of his different tools and everything that he would use. I actually like they actually have this just in its nice little tray right on the top. So they're all easy to find. And because I have seen it kind of suggested for when posing with this guy, like kind of get him posed, then stick all, because you got to switch out and hang all these off on his leg. I'm probably going to do that, put most of these on, like after where I'm not on camera, because I just think it might be difficult to get them all on there when posing him up. I'm not going to go super crazy with him, but try and get him something that feels techish.
Do it.
Really, I like some of these ones, like this particular tool with the color contrast with the paints and everything, are really nice actually in person here to look at. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, these last couple things here, which I will need out, these are going to be for his backpack, some of the antenna and everything that attach. Kind of like how Echo had some on his backpack. And if you're wondering, this is like plastic, both of them. And I think this is a hard plastic, maybe a metal for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably need, when you're attaching those and stuff, you want to be careful. So move these over here, because I will probably be sticking these on the backpack. I will probably need to look to see exactly where they go and attach, but
I gotta tell Victoria something quick. I'll be right back.
Go for it. Anyway, just for a second here. Sorry, guys. Let's just. Give me one sec, guys. I am having an issue here real quickly. But I am. Sorry, guys, here real quick. I am actually having issues logging into chat tonight, so. So this is also so I can actually say hello, see you guys. I hope everybody is doing good tonight. And some reason chat is not loading. But that's okay. Alrighty, so we're going to get the figure out here now and start taking a look at some of the other main components that he comes with. Now, unfortunately, tech did not come with, my tech here I got from my local LCS, and he did not come with any extra, the shipping box or anything, so I am actually missing that for this particular release. So first off for tech, now one thing he's not shorting on is he does come at least with a decent array of hands, other than the smaller tools and everything that we did take a look at earlier, as many of the other Bad Batch have come with. I think we lost connection.
They are in the chat, or there are people watching it, Lane.
Hmm.
Why? What happened?
No, I think I have an issue with my phone here for a second. It's
Which one is your? There you go.
yeah. Sorry, I had an app pop up on my phone.
It's that OnlyFans
Oops.
app, bro. It'll get you.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Anyway, what I was trying to show you before.
For what? Oh, yeah.
That is weird. Nothing is okay. There
What's
we go.
going on?
Nah, my camera here is having some issues at the moment. It's like running slightly. Okay. It's running like behind me a little bit, I think. But hold on.
Should be fine. I was running behind you, just as you go.
Okay, let's see if it's going there. There we go. Okay. So the first one of the things. Sorry about that, guys. So we've got thermal detonator, which a lot of the batch have come with. The usual really nice silver painted detail that they. If one thing Hot Toys has become really good at is doing thermal detonators. Very good at doing thermal detonators. And then we're going to have
The half detonator.
which they still have some of the paint apps and everything like that. Very well done. So OG fan is saying, so OG, you broke the glasses the first time, which I'm guessing, yeah, that was going to be the next thing I show. So you've got his goggles here, which we'll need to be careful for when sticking them on.
Yeah, be very careful, please.
Yeah, well, I've had some experience because, like with the J&D Catwoman, they also had goggles that were easily breakable. They unfortunately, when I originally got it, it put them on. They were fine. Unfortunately, they got damaged when I moved.
Yeah.
In the box. So you've got the standard blasters here. So, and Tech does come with 2 of them. It's got the usual paint, gunmetal painting and everything that Hot Toys by now should have down or correct.
Yeah.
They did a really nice job with them as always. I'm interested to see if on Tech is his the actual straps and everything really loosey goosey. Well, I guess this will answer that question because you hang them directly off.
Yeah.
For him, I forgot about that. Up. Looks like, yep, I'm having a little bit of slowdown. But actually, it looks pretty good. So you're just, to show you guys here, you're going to just hang that off on his leg. So that can affect what you attach, actually, for components and stuff you put on him. You've also got his little device here, which you can hang off him. Let's see if I can get this to pop up.
His little iPad, bro.
Yep, and it does come with. Let's see if we can get that focused there. Have a little metal piece where so you can hang it off him.
Oh, I like
I'll need
that.
this. Yeah, I'll need to see. Like I said, some of these things are probably going to go off stream because they're just going to be really tricky to do. Now, here's kind of give you the first look at his armor and everything. I'm going to be pulling out the big parts here, his helmet and his backpack in a minute. But really nice. Obviously, he's got a much lighter color than the rest of the Bad Batch. Looking pretty good there. I like the reds or orange there that he's got on. This is trigger hand. This is, I'm thinking, up. Up, yeah, up. And then this is going to be a different gripping hand. This is probably for holding like one of his tools or something. I will need to take a look. But it's a little bit different. So he does have one good thing where he does have some different types of hands. Now here is kind of what we've seen with some other commanders and other troopers. Pointing finger, so like a gesture hand pointing one. Yeah, Rob, killing Tech was actually kind of. I was kind of surprised that he was the one of all of them who got killed. I think a lot of us thought Crosshair would die at some point. Another, obviously, gun holding hand because he's got 2 blaster pistols. And then we've got one other kind of device or other holding style hand. So interestingly, he doesn't come with any fists, like closed fists or anything, unless they're already on his hand here, which I think he comes with relaxed hands. Okay, now here's one of the cooler things, but also could be a little bit tricky if you're trying to stick it on there. So this is one of the big pieces, Tech's helmet. Now in hand, man, this thing, the paints and everything look really cool. This is the up front view. Now, what's interesting with this helmet is unlike the rest...
Can you scoot it further away from you? It's like off center. Like that. But like a little bit... There you go. Perfect. You had it like on the far right of the screen.
What's interesting with this one is you actually will stick this around the head, which is different than pretty much all the other Bad Batch where there's a separate head sculpt. Now, this does have some articulation where you're able to move that down. And on the goggles we showed you earlier, you can stick those on them, on his head, and then they'll pop up like how we often look under this. So I need to check specifically how this removed, but you remove the front faceplate here, and then you'll stick them around. There's padding on the inside, which I'll show you guys here. Now, this is the one part I am a little concerned with this helmet, are his little antenna here. They're just plastic. So I'm worried if you're not careful, they could break off. So you probably do if you guys are getting him or going to have him coming in. Be careful about removing that. And then the last thing and biggest thing of his accessories here is going to be his backpack. Really nice coloration. You'll notice like right there, like all the chipping on the paint and everything. I noticed the orange paint there on the bottom, towards the bottom, middle. I really like that. It does give some very nice weathered other look. And you notice on the sides of his backpack, he's got the canisters. So, you know, that like Scorch had, but obviously smaller. So you can kind of see where he has where some of the armor design for him comes from. All right, so we're gonna stick that there. Now, let me see. One thing I'm gonna pull out here real quickly. Let's see. So, okay, so that's where that's gonna go. Okay, so for the helmet here, Okay, so this is how to show you guys how you split the helmet. So these pieces on the side here, you remove. Okay, so both of those will come off. Those come off. And then, yeah. Then you've got the top part. And you can kind of see on the inside there with the material that is to help protect the head sculpt for Tech. And there on the interior. So looking good so far. That is not loading good tonight. Okay, anyway. All right, let's get Tech himself out here now to use some other things. First-hand impressions are, wow, pretty good looking. All right, well, almost had this off easy. Of course. Let's see if we can get this off. I see that's what's causing the problem.
Talk us through what's happening.
It's because getting Tex off his right leg facing me is a lot easier than the left because of some of the like extra bags and stuff he's wearing on his opposite leg or sculpted plastic, so they get caught a little bit.
Love you, Mark.
Okay. One thing I can say, Tech is actually a lot lighter than I thought he was going to feel. So just kind of getting him standing up here real quick. So you guys can kind of get a look at him. So I'm going to bring him a little bit closer here so you can kind of get a better look at the head sculpt. A little bit farther back. Okay, so this is just him. Let me arch him back a little bit. There we go. So here we have Tech. So I'm interested to hear what you guys think here, just seeing kind of his head sculpt without the glass. Now, I think for him, a lot has to do with wearing the goggles. You know, that's a lot of how his character. But how do you guys like his head sculpt there? What about also you, Zack? How does that look kind of to you?
I don't like it.
What was that?
I don't like it.
Okay, what about it don't you like? Is it because he looks kind of old, doesn't he?
He looks fucking 55 years old.
Yeah.
He looks fucking awful. I think of all the portraits, I don't recall the proto being that bad, but having owned two of them and seeing a few of the other ones in person, I don't like the way his portrait looks in the final release.
Yeah, I'm feeling very mixed on it. Like kind of looking at him here. I do like with the cheekbones here and everything. Like there's some really nice coloration and everything to give some aging and stuff to him. But, you know, they're in their 20s or so. You know, I know, you know, they're only in their like mid 20s or something like that age, you know, 25 to 30 years old in actual age. And he looks way older. So the head sculpt I think is okay, but it's definitely even taking into account, I think, you know, going from animated to real life-esque approach. Now, one thing, it does not look like Tamora Morrison, like a lot of the Bad Batch have not, you know, so he does at least have that individuality. Now, where the head sculpt kind of maybe goes a little the armor here is awesome. Like this armor looks so good, guys. Like so cool. And one of the things that I think really helps Tech stand out here is just even like on his arm here, you can see like he just has packs and stuff to carry stuff all over the place. Um, Now, for arm articulation, that just to give you guys an idea. So for arm articulation, he goes to about 90. It's definitely because he's got a lot of pieces and all these packs all over the place that's going to affect how his arms work. Like they both go about 90. They could they don't feel like they feel like they're double jointed, but if you can see right there, it's because of like the packs and the armor that it's not really going to go beyond there. So he's a little bit limited with that. But going up, still pretty good, not bad range. But I think what really makes him is just all these packs and stuff that are around him. They all like all the way around. Like this guy must have it. He feels like the Batman of the clone troopers because he's got a pack literally to carry everything. Now, as you can see here on this side, that is a bunch of where you can rest a bunch of those smaller tools and everything that we looked at earlier. Think here. So he's got those three. Now, I think all these packs, and OG fan, I think you have this guy too. I believe all these are actually sculpted, plastic, or some form of sculpted. Not like, pleather or something. So that's good. These are his boots. So as you can see, there's more packs and more things placed around on him. Like this is kind of insane how many packs he's got on him. I was having difficulty because of these three right here on that side. Now, his boot, not a whole lot of articulation, honestly, with this guy's feet. With the shin guards, and they're pretty tight on there. Okay. Pretty decent knee articulation there. Obviously, probably need to do a little bit of adjustment with his knee armor pieces. But overall, he looks cool, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So that's just kind of give you guys a look at the figure itself. Did anybody have any questions about it? Oh yeah. I'm gonna be putting the goggles on him, guys, tonight. He got to get the goggles on. So that is a 100% guarantee. I almost forgot because it's usually one of the things we care the least about, but there we go. Sorry for doing that off screen. So here is just before. I am going to try and put the goggles on him and his helmet, just so you guys can see. So this is Star Wars Tech, his base. Obviously, it's kind of the standard Star Wars base. And then this is kind of the sticker he comes with. The Bad Batch Tech, which you can put on it, peel off and put it on, or just keep it as a separate piece. I just wanted to make sure I showed you guys that, because since they do have a little something extra with that. Okay, now, give me a second, guys. So, the way his goggles are supposed to go on are supposed to go like from this way and then over the back of his head sculpt. So that's the way they have the instructions. So give me a second here. Okay. Oh. Be very careful when applying these.
EK wants you to sell it to him.
Yeah. I'm sure plenty of people will want me to sell it to him. Okay. Okay, so these probably will not ever be coming off this head sculpt again. At least why I own it. I still got the plastic. So there we go. No breakage. That Aston Martin 1/6 scale. Oh yeah, we were talking about that earlier in Facebook. So does that look any better?
No.
Now he just looks like a 50-year-old with glasses
Yeah,
on.
it just looks like he
Gotcha.
looks even older now. He got those fucking big ass
Okay.
glasses on.
Okay. Well,
Put
give
the
me a
helmet on,
second.
then we'll be fine.
Yeah. Then you don't have to look at it anymore. Okay.
That's the joke.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so stick that on place. Hmm. Hmm. So I don't think I've got it quite matched up just right. Sorry taking a second here, guys, but you have to like get this thing matched up and then connect three pieces together. This is not exactly the easiest thing to connect up. Let's see here. So make sure I am connecting this right. Okay, so okay, there we go. So I think this time now I've got it hooked up right. I won't lie, guys. Trying to attach this is kind of Oh, Jesus. This might be a little bit difficult to do on stream. Sure we got that meeting correctly. Yeah. Okay. So, OG fan, if you had this and had to put it, did already get it? Okay. Oh, I thought I almost had it there. Okay. Okay. All right. One side connected. Let's see if we can get the other side here locked into place. I could almost see where you take the head sculpt off and attach this. Got one side connected, but the other one is not attaching right. They show, yeah, they have the head still attached. So switch that up. Nope. Drat. Okay, I think I got it, guys. Sorry about the delay here. But I gotta make sure I attach this and don't break it. Oh boy. Almost got it. Sorry guys, I got one side attached and I'm working on trying to get the other one set. This is a pain in the butt. Yeah, I agree with you, Rob. The hairline does make him look older. So, anybody in chat, how many of you guys have all 5 of the Bad Batch? Or if you haven't gotten yours in yet of Tech? Well, that's unfortunate.
What are you trying to do, Lane? Get the head and the helmet?
Yeah, well, no, I've got the helmet pieces, but I've got to reattach the side pieces and attach them to get it locked into place around the head. And you have to connect it on 3 different pieces have to lock into place. So that is proving very difficult. See, right there.
Yeah.
And I have to make on both sides all 3 those pieces connect. Kind of the one there and then the 2 holes. So it is proving mighty difficult to get all 3. I had one get connected and it just fell off. So I'm going to give this another minute or so, but if I am having issues trying to get the helmet here attached, this might be something I have to do on my own time. But this is not easy. See here, maybe I can get a little bit more light on the subject. Nope. This really does not want to lock in place. So that there. Okay. One side locked in. Got that. Thanks for your patience, guys. I do apologize it's taking so long. This is proving mighty tricky. Okay, so I think almost got this set. Okay, there we go. There's the payoff. Okay, so this up a little bit. There you go. So how does that look to you now?
Thank God, finally. Better.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. It just, guys, that was that was a fight to get that on. So he looks, yeah, he definitely needs the helmet on, but I'm not taking that off anytime soon. All right, so let me see here. So I'm going to attach for his backpack real quick let's see here. So this one goes here. Okay, and then this one goes here. Okay. There we go. Okay. So this is his backpack now with
What's up, Blue?
the hey Blue, how are you doing? There you can see with actually his transmitter now attached. Now, just so you guys can kind of see it there, what he looks like from behind. Gotta straighten out the backpack there a little bit. That's one thing I like with all the Bad Batch is I really like how they all look with their backpacks attached. The magnet here is actually decently strong. Like, this is a pretty strong magnet. I still would probably say you want to pose him first, then attach that at the end. So, this for his blaster pistol here. So, he comes with 2 blaster pistols, but he does not have 2 holsters. So, one of them you have to leave in the box if you're not having him wield it. Okay, so this goes towards the back end, attaches there. That's interesting. So I was going to attach his blaster holster here because that has that one piece, and they actually do have, like right there on the side there, a hole for it, but it really does not want to go in there.
What's up, Beam?
Okay, guess that as far as it's supposed to go. No, it's supposed to go all the way in. Now, there we go. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to have his blaster on this side there. Now, this is supposed to go in there. Okay. So there's with his blaster holster attached. Now that is actually really tight. The holster is very tight, so the blaster is actually really in there very securely. So let's see here. Now, so as you can see here, they do have a layout for what is supposed to go where on his different pads and everything. So let's see. Okay, so this. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. I thought there was this too. So to show you guys here real quick, Tech's armband there does open up. So you can have him like looking at it or getting ready to type into it if you want. Or it just closes right like that. So that can be helpful for poses. Okay, so we're about 8:45. I know we want to try and get this done in about an hour. Thanks for your patience, Mrs. Ackman. I know that took a little bit there for getting the helmet sculpt attached. So, let's see here. Let's see. We're going to get his other blast pistol. Nope, wrong hand. There we go. Right hand. Of course, his one hand, which is for other things, has really easy to manipulate fingers. And his blaster hand, of course, is tighter than a drum bell. Okay. Well, I'm not going to mess. I do not feel like messing with that right now. All right. So, what we're going to do past it. Oh, almost had it there. Okay, we're just gonna get him kind of touching, looking down as he's checking some atmospherics or something, some data that's coming into him. I would have it up probably. Damn it. Come on, hand. Don't be popping off. Okay. Okay. I know his hand probably looks a little bit low, but his arm articulation is a little limited. Okay. Okay, got that. Okay. All right. Got him looking down a little bit there. Let me see how this looks on camera. Yeah, see, I'd probably normally have his arm up a little bit higher or something, but it's going to be a little bit tricky with just because the arms can't bend up very far. Okay, let's stick on his backpack. Don't start falling forward there. Maybe try and bend him a little bit forward. Okay. Perfect. Okay, guys, let me get this out of the way. I know we're running out of time here a little bit, but okay. So, real quick, here's Tech kind of go. I know it's not a great pose, but this also is kind of a Tech pose where he's down looking at something, pulling something up, while the Bad Batch are in the middle of a situation that's about ready to pop up. So, now for our finale for the night, here we've got Tech himself. Of course, often around to his sides might be Hunter, looking nice and aggressive with something, or either Imperial, Space Monster, or otherwise, that he's keeping his eyes out for. So number 2 of the Bad Batch. Christian. Yeah, Tech. I will say, just so Zack, to kind of play back a little bit at what you were talking about earlier, him done up here now with the helmet on, that makes a big difference because he doesn't look 50 anymore. So here we've got him with Mr. Hunter, who is, obviously one of the easiest still to get of the Bad Batch members. This has been, I know for a lot of collectors, a really annoying team to try and collect. Next up, as you guys can probably imagine where this is going, here we've got, of course, the big man Wrecker, who is, I forgot because I just have had him in the display for so long, how huge he is and how tiny his backpack looks on him. But he does not have absolutely the best ankles, but so he can be a little bit tricky when you're displaying him, but he is huge. slide him back just a little bit. So you can see a little bit more of him. So, how are you guys liking this so far? How are you liking this so far, Mrs. Zack?
Pretty spicy. A hunter pose is actually really good.
Yeah. And then I actually rechanged up Echoes to a much shittier pose than I originally had him. I actually had him in a much cooler one beforehand. But that's how he kind of, when I was fudging around with him. Kind of looking around like Echo, as Echo's going, okay, Tech, what's going on around us? What's happening? What are you picking up? What are you looking at? All very cool looking. And, man.
Big Rib said his
already...
comes tomorrow.
Oh, really? Rib. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. You know, for honestly, I will say, just as Zach was saying, I'm disappointed how the head sculpt came out because I thought Tech might actually end up being one of the cooler ones from the prototype. But, of course, he just did not come out quite as hoped. And it's funny is because Tech already, he's going for over $400 now at the secondary market for the most part. Like if you were buying them on eBay, obviously BSTs, you know, that can be a lot of different things. But here, now I'm finishing with this guy because this is my favorite Bad Batch member. This is my favorite figure in the line, even as much as I like Tech now. I did have somebody actually offer me, and I'm just realizing, did I never ever put his little blaster pistol in his little thing there? Never stuck that in there. Oopsie. But this guy, Crosshair, is my favorite figure in the line. I actually turned down, someone offered me about $800 for him last year. That I just said, nope. Got to have the entire team. So I'm going to slide him down just a little bit. Get Crosshair here in the back because he always was kind of the loner. Okay, let me move Crosshair, see if I can move him a little bit over because he's a little hard to see. Nope, ankle's starting to give out there a little bit. Go. There we go. And there you have, fellas, the Bad Batch all together. This has like been a moment I have been waiting years to do. To have all these boys together. Man, they look awesome. Very, very awesome. And I don't even have Tech in a good pose that I like. So what do you think? I'd like to hear some final thoughts here because we got in the last maybe couple minutes. What do you think, sir? I think Tech is by himself. I would probably give, because the head sculpt is not great, maybe like an 8.4 out of 10. I think that does count a lot. Now, I'm going to be adding some more of his pieces and his accessories, I think, to him. I think I'm going to keep his blaster pistol on him, though. Boy, that thing was a pain in to get in there. But seeing them all together and stuff is just really cool.
Yeah, looks good.
Hey,
Kind of a
Clinton.
shame that they didn't do Omega.
Yeah, Omega would be cool. I wouldn't lie about that. But getting the 5, especially because this is kind of their season 1 look and everything, I'm very happy. The one thing I do like that helps with all of them together is it really helps Tech stick out with his armor since they're all the darker grays and he's got more of that white, but also then you can kind of see the hues of the battle damage and a little bit of like dirt and grime in the war that they've been throughout the Clone Wars. So really nice full team collection. Hot Toys did a very good job. Yeah, I agree, Big Rip. I think that's the big thing with him because I'm probably going to have them pose a little bit differently in my case slightly. Wrecker will be like in the back, but it's going to be the issue I'm going to have trying to fit all of them together is I may have to remove some of their backpacks because those do take up some space. Wreckers look so tiny on him, it's ridiculous. But great team setup. I'm very, very happy that Hot Toys ended up putting out this entire team. Now obviously, unfortunately, because 3 of the 5 figures, if you didn't get them when they originally were, you could pre-order window them. They're not all going to turn out. I mean, I expect eventually Crosshair, some of them probably, not going to be going insane as he was, but he's still probably always going to be a fairly expensive figure. It could be Clinton. I don't know. Of all the Bad Batch members, Tech dying and then staying dead, because no one stays dead no one seems to stay actually dead in Star Wars hardly any time anymore. But I just remember I thought it was really cute. They were starting to do in season 2 that romance with that smuggler lady, and obviously that him not like knowing what to think about that or how to react, being kind of the geeky dude of the team. But Tech grew on me, especially in season 2. I really did not care for him in season 1. I always really liked his armor, but in figure format like this, like he's really become, because I would probably say now overall as figures for the entire team, Crosshair is still my favorite because he's my favorite character. I would probably say still overall, despite my issues with the head sculpt, because I have not displayed these guys ever with the head sculpt. Since after I set them up, they're all with their helmets on because they're trooper guys, and I want troopers wearing their helmets at the end of the day. Even though all the other head sculpts from Hunter to Echo to Crosshair to even Wrecker, their head sculpts are very good. There should not be underestimated that they came out looking pretty good. But I just think with the helmets and the armor, it just works better. And obviously Echo, and he needs his on. That's all we can say.
Yeah.
He's still my second favorite. I would probably then go with Echo for third, then Hunter, and then Wrecker's my least favorite character of all the Bad Batch. I almost did not get him at one point because he's like over $300, and I was just like, do I really want Wrecker? But I ended up getting him to get the whole team. Anyway, this was a big one, guys. I mean, it's going to be a long time before. I mean, what was it? I had Obi-Wan, where I had the entire line, so I was able to line them all up, and that's how they are actually in the display, even though I do not have the Kenobi Purge Trooper anymore. He was actually a giveaway, but I have a Purge Trooper Commander from Jedi Survivor that is taking his place because that is a Purge Trooper much more to me. But this will probably be the only other like kind of combined set team I can think of that I might ever have from Hot Toys, given how they do it. But anyway, hey guys, thank you very much. Appreciate your comments and everything. Join us. Zach, man, I guess you probably want to give the 411 on what's going on the rest of this week.
Just the normal stuff. I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. Love you guys. Thanks for
Take
watching
care,
tonight.
everyone. All right, bye.
Thanks again. Bye.